Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In case this is your first time seeing me, my name is Kayla and I am 23-year-old small artist just trying to find her way in this world. I started doing art when I was in middle school, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until I was already at the end of high school. Now I'm 23 and it's what I like to do all the time and hoping to make a career out of it. For my first video that I posted, it was kind of just like an introduction vlog. For this video, I had an idea to do some kind of drawing challenge just to show you like what kind of things I like to draw, kind of like my thought process on what I make. And I remember that I have the camera is backwards, but these are art dice. I got these as a gift maybe 2 years ago, and I figured it would be a good idea to make a video out of it. And basically, what these are is that it comes with a bunch of dice, and each dice represents a different element or like subject, and you roll them, and basically whatever they land on, that's what you basically roll them, and each dice has its own color and it represents like a different element of what you want to paint or draw. And I figured that would be an interesting video idea, and I feel like it's good exercise because I've kind of been in an art block and I really want to make something, and I figured the art dice is perfect for that because that's what they're made for. What I'm probably going to do is after I roll and figure out what the subject is, I'm probably going to make sketches or thumbnails to try to plan it out, and then I'll do a time lapse or a speed paint of the full drawing process. So here is all the dice laid out. The box comes with 9 in total, and each color of the dice represents a specific type. So here's what it says. The black dice represents the medium, so whether it's graphite, watercolor, oil, charcoal, etc. And then the style, setting, color, texture, mood, and the 3 white dice represent the subject. I think for this video, I'm not going to use all of the dice. I'm only going to use 2 of the subject dice. I think I'm going to just stick with digital for this video, so I'm going to put away the medium. And one more I decided to get rid of is the style, because this is like abstract, realism, modern, etc. I think I'm just going to just draw in my own style. So these are the ones I'm going to stick with. I'm going to do 2 subjects. One of the subjects is more like animals, whether it's human, birds, mammals, and then the other one is more elemental. So there's like flowers, seashells, and I feel like I can like combine both of these together, and then the rest of these will just be the different elements that will go along with the subject. So I'm going to try to stay true to the video, so I'm gonna give myself 2 rolls, and what I get is what I get. I'm not gonna try to like keep rolling. So this is what they look like, and I'll put them in here. Oh god. So for the texture, it's going to be smooth. Subject, mammals. The other subject, mountains. Still life. The mood is calm. And then the color scheme is green. So I'm going to write that down and then we'll use that. So I'm going to do one more roll. Got mountains again. Color is blue, calm. Which one is this one? Texture zoomed out. Okay. Indoors for the setting and a human for the subject. Okay. This one's going to be more difficult because it's mountains and indoors, but also human child and zoomed out. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how long this is going to take me, because I don't want to put too much thought into it, because it's supposed to be like a fun little exercise. So I don't want to get too wrapped up in details, because I know how I am sometimes when I draw and I get so wrapped up in what I'm doing, and then I burn myself out. So I'm going to try to just stay loose and have fun with this. And yeah, I'll see you in the drawing process.
Hi, it's me again. So, looking back at this, I'm realizing just how much I was struggling trying to figure out exactly it is that I wanted to draw. For one of the subjects, it was supposed to be mammals, and I was trying to figure out what mammal to choose from because there's literally thousands. You can pick basically any animal. In my head, I knew that I wanted to do something kind of like foresty themed. So I kind of settled on the idea of choosing a bear as the subject. And because the setting is supposed to be like a portrait or a still life, one or the other, I was trying to figure out how I can frame this bear. And I was trying to do like sitting poses, the bear like looking towards like the viewer. And then I remembered that mountains are supposed to also be in this illustration. So the idea that I was trying to plan out was, what if it's like a magical bear creature of some sort and it has like mountains on its back, kind of like a giant almost. So that's what like the first sketch was supposed to be. And I wasn't super happy with that, so I kind of moved on to the next one. And this one is also supposed to be like a portrait, sort of, except the bear is standing or kind of like walking in motion. But for this one, I was kind of going back and forth because if the bear is walking or in motion, is it really a portrait or a still life? And then I kind of used the same idea with the mountains on its back, the same like giant bear with a world on its back, you know? I thought the second sketch was okay, so I decided to move on to a third idea. And this one was a little more closer to the still life idea. In my mind, I was kind of just thinking of like a table setup with just a bunch of different objects that would go along with the theme of what I got. But I immediately moved on from that because I knew right from the start that I probably would have enjoyed doing that one. So then we moved on to the fourth sketch. So this sketch ended up being my final one. I think for this one, when I started it, I had a little bit more of an idea in my head that I was basically just had to draw out. And the idea was, what if I made the bear into a statue rather it being then like a live bear? That way it goes along with it being a mammal, but also it kind of being still life. I kind of liked the idea right away because it basically knocked out two of the prompts. And I feel like with it being a statue, I can make it kind of like a little whimsical, kind of tie it into the kinds of things that I usually like to draw. I knew as far as the mountains, I could include them in the background, and that would basically check off that box. And this is the idea that I ended up liking the most and choosing for the final product.
So I finally finished this drawing. Don't ask me how much longer it is from the first half of that video, because the whole week I've just been so tired for some reason. I've been procrastinating and just like distracted with other things. So it took me longer than I wanted to finish this video. But we finally got it done and we're here. So this is the final product. Overall, I really enjoyed making this. I think in the beginning stages, when I was still trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to draw, is when I probably struggled the most. Mostly because trying to figure out what to do with like the mountains, but also supposed to being like a still life or a portrait, I think that really was like messing me up. But once I committed to the stone statue bear idea, then I kind of like went with that and just rolled with it, because it was the idea that I liked the most. Backgrounds and scenes are still not my strong suit, so I knew from the beginning that I was going to struggle with doing the mountains, and I didn't want to get too caught up in details, because when that happens, then I start to like not enjoy it, what I'm doing. So I didn't want to get too burnt out and frustrated. So I just overall just wanted to stay loose when I was drawing. I didn't want to think too hard. And overall, I really like how it turned out. I think it's a cute little whimsical little thing. Nothing too crazy or extravagant, just a stone statue portrait of a bear. I am debating if I should print this out and just to see how it would look as an art print. I'd like to know if that's something that you're interested in. You can comment to see that if I should make prints out of this, because I think it's a cute little drawing. It's not the best thing that I've ever created, but it's not bad at all. I really like it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and just seeing this whole process. I feel like the dice really help with trying to get your creative ideas and juices going, and I definitely plan to use them more. Let me know in the comments what you think of all of this. I'm definitely open to tips on how to get my art better. So if you have any helpful tips, feel free to drop them in the comments. Please be nice. I will see you in the next video. Bye.